What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Anthony Bruno Show. I am Anthony Bruno. The Leafs have traded forward Kasperi Kapanen to the Pittsburgh Penguins as part of a 6-player deal, so I'm going to give you my thoughts on the trade and what it means for the Leafs moving forward. Let's go. Alright, so Kapanen's going back to the team that originally drafted him in the first round back in 2014. He only scored 13 goals this season with Toronto and was never able to solidify a role in the Leafs' top 6. But that's not going to be the case in Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh is going to immediately try to insert him in their top 6, playing with either Sidney Crosby or Evgeny Malkin. So Leaf fans, don't be surprised next year if you look at the NHL scoring leaders and Kapanen has 30 goals because he's playing alongside Sidney Crosby. But, you know, looking at this from Pittsburgh's point of view, they don't give a crap about first-round picks. Now that they've traded this one away, that means that they will have only made one first-round selection in the last 6 years. And I guess that's the case when you have Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin, one of the best 1-2 punches at center, honestly, in the history of the NHL. And now that those guys are in their 30s, they're obviously in win now mode, so they're hoping that they can get some magic out of Kapanen playing with one of those two studs. And here's the thing with Kapanen, I always liked him as a player. He has a ton of speed, he plays with an edge, he brings tenacity and toughness. He's a great guy to have as a depth forward, he really is. But when you look at the Leafs, and if he's not able to consistently produce in a top 6 role, which he wasn't, at that point he becomes expendable. So, like I said, I'm sure Pittsburgh is going to try to find a way to either playing with Crosby or Malkin. And you know what? This is a trade that could end up working for both teams, but I think the Leafs definitely won this trade, and I'm going to explain why. First of all, the Leafs somehow got the 15th overall pick in the 2020 NHL draft out of this, and it's good because they lost their first-round pick this year, trading Patrick Marleau to the Carolina Hurricanes, and they also didn't have their first-round pick last year when they traded it for Jake Muzzin, so it gives Toronto options at this point. They could keep that 15th overall pick and add to the depth of their organization, or as Kyle Dubas mentioned, they could also use that pick in a trade to acquire some more talent to help them win now. So the Leafs have a lot of options here. That was a great outcome of this trade. Another reason I really like this trade for the Leafs is because of all the other players involved in this 6-player deal. I think the Leafs got the best one in 20-year-old forward Filip Hallander. So he was the 58th overall pick back in the 2018 draft. So he has a little bit of pedigree, and he actually spent the last 2 seasons playing professionally in the Swedish Hockey League, where he had 35 points in 72 games, and his team actually finished first in the regular season in the Swedish Hockey League before the playoffs were canceled due to COVID-19. So looking at all the other players involved in this deal, not named Kasperi Kapanen, I think 20-year-old forward Filip Hallander definitely has the most upside, so that is obviously a very good thing for the Leafs. And the final reason I really like this deal for the Leafs is because it frees up some cap space. Kapanen was set to make $3.2 million over the next 2 seasons, so it gives them a little bit of flexibility here, considering they still have to sign Ilya Mikheyev and Travis Dermott, who are both restricted free agents. And Kyle Dubas also mentioned this, talking to the media, saying that the Leafs are going to use this flexibility to make another move. We don't know what that is yet, but clearly they need to upgrade the defense core. And I know there's a lot of talk out there about the Leafs going to sign hometown kid Alex Pietrangelo. Listen, that would be fantastic. Pietrangelo is an amazing player, but this dude is going to be asking for a ton of money, and I don't think the Leafs are going to be able to make it work financially. And listen, I don't think the Leafs necessarily need an Alex Pietrangelo. Yes, he's a fantastic player, but you have Morgan Rielly as your stud. You have Jake Muzzin, who is a very good player as well. I think what the Leafs need to try to do here is bring in 1 or 2 more defensemen who can play in the top 4. You just need to improve that depth on the blue line, and I think they are going to be in very good shape. And the last thing I want to mention is my favorite memory of Kasperi Kapanen as a Leaf. I will never forget this. Game 7 against the Boston Bruins in the 2018 playoffs, with the game tied at 3 in the second period. The Leafs are shorthanded. Kapanen beats Brad Marchand to the puck, and then dangles Tuukka Rask for an unreal go-ahead shorthanded goal. But of course, the Leafs ended up losing the game 7-4. And one of the craziest things from that game, did you know that Mike Babcock only played Kapanen 8 minutes and 42 seconds in Game 7? It was the least amount of ice time of any Leafs player that night. That was unbelievable. But anyway, Kapanen, he had some great moments as a Leaf. He was inconsistent along the way, so I wish him the best of luck on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think about this Kapanen trade to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Did the Leafs win or did the Penguins win? And what should the Leafs do moving forward in free agency or the trade market to improve their team? Let me know in the comments. And as always, I would really appreciate it if you like the video, share it on social media, and subscribe to my channel, especially if you're a sports fan and want to see more content like this. It would really, really help me out. So that does it for this video, and I will see you guys next time.